So, I mean, you said something towards the sort of early part of the session, almost like the takeaway. You're not quite sure what's going on. You can almost kind of see that a little bit.
Because I'm a bit yippy.
Well, just watch your left knee movement here now as you're trying to take the golf club back. It's like the knee's like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I need to do something. What do I do now? So that, I think, shows that you're still thinking about this move, which is fine because we're trying to implement something that's different to what you've done for the last 10 years.
This is the original one.
Then this is just your
foot.
No, this is a little bit back foot. Yeah, exactly. But the hip movement's good on this one, so I want to showcase this good movement, okay? Because this is the focus primarily in the swing that you're going to look at, okay? Yes, foot position could be slightly better. You could bring that foot forward a smidgen, okay? But I think you're aware of that.
Yeah, I can concentrate on that.
In the nice, it's a bit laziness sometimes. You just go back to old habits because that's what you've just done, isn't it? Okay, so, but in terms of the movement, once that club goes back, you're turning nicely, you're lifting your arms, you're getting the goal club in a good position. Now, that green line, we move the hips and the body into it and through it, okay? Yeah. So now at this point, you've moved into the green line, okay? Your lower half is moving this way. Your hands now sort of striking down the goal ball there. A little bit back slightly, but I think I want to work on getting these hips working better. Then we can start fixing on getting these hips a smidgen forward, which will bring that launched angle down a degree or two. It's exactly. Yeah. We from there, we'd expect the impact to be more that way. We've got a little bit of kind of that and that. There's a little bit kind of just flick with the wrist, which is understandable because of the way you use from the golf club before, and that's why you can never slice the golf ball because you're always using your hands more than you need to, okay? Which is fine. But from here, what we want to send, I'll actually show you a clip when we go back in the shop on my phone and I'll send it through to you, where a guy does this move like a little wobble board. As he hits the golf ball, his legs and his hips and everything come this side of that green line. Whereas you're moving that way, which we should do, okay, as he rotates, he goes back around it, okay? What you sometimes do, you just keep going, going forward, because you're used to trying to move left to kind of make the follow-through look good, yeah? In the past, you didn't shift left, you rotated and then went, oh, I'll now go this way to finish off the swing. It's the sequence we're looking at, okay?
Well,
we need to, exactly, yeah. And you're trying to do so many different things that you've got to think about, you need to move left first, and then once you get into impact, you rotate as much as you want to. So when you come to the golf ball here now, we'd hope to see, this is why your left foot now is sort of rolled on the ankle a little bit. That's kind of within an area we could accept, okay? But for me, just moved a little bit further forward. If you go back to that Fleetwood image we saw, once you hit the golf ball, nothing's further forward than that left foot there where you've got your shoulder, your hand and arms. You just keep moving left, okay? Yeah. But that will take a bit of practice, okay? If we can focus on this movement here first, John, that movement to the left there, bump left, bump left, bump left as the arms fall, at least you're going to get in a position where you can rotate from freely without the fear of you going shump and sniping it way left. Because that bad shot there creates these other moves that you try to make, shoving the arm out, changing all these things at the speed you're swinging at, and a lot of thought getting in there. So what I would suggest is on the range at Samantha there, put an alignment stick in the ground. So when you're set up here now, if we put the alignment, I'd probably put it a little bit left of your foot, so somewhere around there, okay? The feeling is, and when you do it, probably actually put it back by your heel. Because if you put it too much on your toe, your hands will whack it on the way through, and you're on the back of your left hand, you're like, that'll blow and sting, all right? So back behind your left heel there, so your left hip can go through it, okay? And then we try and move towards it, okay? Move towards it.
Not through it.
And not through it. So when you finish here now, you can see that sort of left hip starting to rotate there, but then the right side now is trying to sort of play catch up, and then it sort of goes through. And then at this bit now,
I just go forward
a little bit more than you want. Yeah, so, at this point here now, we want to see. You've heard the phrase early extension.
Yes.
The early bit is the early bit is the problem. Extension is good. Okay. When you hit a golf ball, we want to extend and lift the head and get back here. We don't want to be down here like this, keeping the head down. Yeah. Which is when you're pivoting.
Where you do it.
Exactly. Look at all the tour players. They're extended through the shot. They're not like this, are they? They're not head down like a downhill skier or the old that kind of Eddie the Eagle kind of position. Yeah. But it's a move I think you would do if you were just skimming pebbles or throwing a ball or even throwing a club. Heaven forbid you get to that stage. But if we can implement that move,
whacked a couple on the ground, right?
Exactly. But that move there is the move you've got to worry about. Okay, backswing for me ticks a lot of boxes. I wouldn't worry about where the club is or you just put the club in a good spot. Don't need to worry about it really. I mean, there's nothing.
Well, I didn't when I first met you.
Exactly. But the thing is now, where that club is going is actually in a good position. Okay, so that just happened, and we can do that. Your primary focus now is on this movement to the left. Okay, movement left, movement left, movement left. Doing this, getting yourself in the right impact position so you can twist and then rotate. Rotation is good. as is changing gear with the gear stick. The clutch has to
But
go
I've
down
got to
first. Yeah.
not-
And it's how much you can do it too much and in the wrong direction. The same way you could put the clutch down too far and then not take it off the ground, or you could slip the side of the clutch and miss do it. So it's got to be done right, that's all. So that movement needs to be, as you said, subtle, not a big movement. It's a subtle little bump there, okay? If it goes from here and goes this way towards your left toes, then your weight's going towards the golf ball, and then you're at the one of them.
Yeah.
All right? Which will just remain unmentionable.
We'll just keep off the toes.
Exactly. It's always going into that heel, mate, okay? All right, to answer your questions?
Yes, a lot.
Good man, very